Okay, so TapTap Presents 2022 is here, guys, and I'm not gonna lie to you straight up, they did some good games. But let me tell you, we're only gonna be talking about 5 of I believe like 20 or so odd games they had. And the reason why we're doing a top 5 is because out of all of these games that they have presented, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't see myself playing a lot of these types of games. But nevertheless, I didn't want to spend a whole entire video complaining about video games because video games are meant to be fun. Why are we complaining? But all of the games that TapTap had presented, I'm not going to lie, was beautifully made. The whole entire production was just amazing in order to watch. But we only have 5 that I am here to talk about, and let's get right into it with Captain Tsubasa. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, there's only one reason and one reason only as to why this is on the list. I don't know if you guys have ever played a game called like NBA Street or like FIFA per se, or hell, even Mario Strikers. Now wait a second. I know that there's people inside of this comment section that has ever played Mario Strikers. One thing I know is that anime has this lovely thing of when the author can just exaggerate beyond the belief. So to kind of expect a Mario Strikers kind of game out of Captain Tsubasa, I'm not gonna lie to you, pretty acceptable. And then talking about just total exaggeration, I'm not gonna lie, totally accurate battle simulator. What type of name is that? But this game right here, I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at it, I was like, why is this even a game? But then I had to really sit down and think about it. Like, some games aren't meant to be just straight arrow cutthroat. They're not. There's some games that require some imagination, and to be quite honest with you, this is actually one of those games. I did my little YouTube research behind it, then I actually found that this game already exists and a lot of people has already been playing it. But hey, if I had to play it, if I had to like do a video for you guys, I would genuinely play this game. It's so wonky, it's so stupid that it looks fun. Now before I tell you about my number 3, it's actually pretty surprising for my number 3. If you guys have your top 5 games list, like, let me know inside of the comment section below, because for a lot of you guys that already know me about this channel, like, the main goal is to try and play multiple different games so that I don't get bored. Me asking you guys for your top 5 kind of gives me an idea of what you guys like to play. If at most anything, I hope that none of you guys pick Heartopia, because if you pick Heartopia, I'm just, bro, I don't know anymore. But moving on to number 3, we actually have the Flash Party. The Flash Party. But to be honest, I did not expect TapTap and XD to make a solid Super Smash Brothers lookalike. And even though that this game looks smack like Super Smash Brothers, it just also has its own totally different feel to it. And low-key, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't know how much I actually liked fighting games. Unlike until recently when I really started getting into Smash Legends. A Flash Party looked like really clean, and I just couldn't understand the unnecessary hate that it was getting because it does look like Super Smash Brothers. Okay, I understand that. But nevertheless, the game looks really clean, and it's a mobile game on top of that. Cut it some slack. Now, number 2 is actually a little bit unexpected, but I mean, at this point, for this channel, you expect the unexpected, to be quite honest. But Wuthering Waves, that game, to be quite honest, it looked promising. To me, it kind of looks like an anime RPG or like an action RPG type of deal, but it's just that I don't know, it just had this flair that is just like, wait a second, you look really fun to play. And then on top of that, I haven't played like a really good RPG in a long while. I actually gave up on RPGs because like the grind aspect of it just was not for me. But necessarily, like, if Wuthering Waves came out tomorrow, I would probably play it on the side before bringing it onto the channel. Like, the game obviously looks fun, not gonna lie to you. Now, before I tell you about my number 1 spot, I actually have an honorable mention, okay? To be quite honest with you, I totally forgot to add this game onto my like top 5, so I mean, you might as well call this a top 6. But Torchlight Infinite, for some odd reason, when I was firstly looking at it, I said, yo, this game looks like a lot looks like it's happening. But then for some odd reason, my brain decided to pause the TapTap video and then actually go look into Torchlight Infinite and then see that like this game is actually not that bad. And then last but not least here, ladies and gentlemen, I mean boys and girls, this one, like this one is no surprise to you, because if you don't know what the number one in the world is on TapTap Presents, you're living underneath a rock, because it's T3 Arena. And I'm not gonna lie, T3 actually had one of the best trailers in the whole entire TapTap Presents. To be quite honest with you, I tried to not be biased. I promise you, I genuinely tried to not to be biased. But just the overall pacing, how the game looked, oh my God, they showed off the new hero, brother. They're like, T3, congratulations on that, as always, man. Dang. For those who care, down below inside of the description below are my notes that I had about the other games from the TapTap Presents. If you want to see what I thought about them, you could. It's down there. But needless to say, I mean, let me know of your top 5, because I've been looking for some new games, and I actually have some new games lined up. It's gonna be a dang good one, okay? Other than that, I mean, TapTap, you did great. Peace.